Somebody just saw their future wife. Here I am driving through the Tasmanian wilderness. When I get that as a message coming through to my brain, I decide I'm going to pull over. I don't have any cards on me, but I can do natural reading. So I'm going to read my environment right now to see what this message is. And I pull over and I'm at a lime works. See, I'm at a mine, okay? A place where we can harvest. And we're harvesting a solid foundation. Limestone is used to make cement. So this is a very solid foundation here. And then it made me realize that this town actually has a cafe called the Limestone Cafe. And I went, no wonder why it's called that. So this makes me think that there's something that you do every day or almost every day, and you haven't noticed that it holds the key. And you won't understand it until the moment. Also, on my way here, I was drinking this coffee, very bittersweet, but I actually like the bitterness of it. It's kind of a strong bitterness. And I was like, and I also just love bitters. Like, I really like bitters. Lemon lime and bitters. Like, there comes the lime again. So there is some sort of connection here. Like, all of the pieces are going to connect. Whatever this love story is that I'm seeing here, this is going to be red string theory. This is going to be, how have we missed each other this whole time? Similar upbringings, something along those lines. You're not going to understand. You're just going to be blown away with why it's going to end up being this person in the future. So if I was to read this, you yourself are trying to not have so much chaos. You are simplifying your life. You just want your energy to be here. You don't want your energy to be everywhere, because you know that in stress you exhaust yourself. So you simplify your life at the moment. The thing that's stopping you from moving forward into relationships, though, is knowing everything about yourself and knowing what you know about yourself. I'm seeing almost, if it's not right, I can tell myself that it's not right and I just walk away. So the love heart of Titania, though, love is important to you even if you're hiding from it. Love is important. On their side, peace coming through. They want communication. Whoever this person is, they do want to communicate with you. But the decision, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I guess making the right decision, making sure I've got the security, making sure I've got all of these different things before I make the decision to communicate. That's what's stopping me from communicating. And then the rising above on his side. So he needs to see the bigger picture, or they need to see the bigger picture in this. Need to understand that they wouldn't need to come in a specific way. They have to remember, there's something about they need to remember that when you have a genuine connection with someone, it's felt on both sides straight away. They need to trust in that. So in the now, both of you are trying to dissolve unwanted or disturbing thoughts from your own mind. This is both of you trying to go down the happiness. You're trying to keep this solid, keep the body solid, keep my emotions solid, keep myself in a high vibration and positive at the moment. But where is this going? I have no idea what they mean by that. The papyrus scrolls. So these were reeds that were used a long time ago to write on. This is what we, archaeologists always find scriptures written on papyrus scroll, because it was one of the first parchments that we ever created. So a lot of those ancient texts are created on this. It's starting. Here it comes. Here comes the message. Okay, so behind me there's also a forest that has been burnt. Okay, there is a forest behind me that has been burnt, but all of the trees are now covered in vines. So they've got regrowth all over them. Okay, so this is something old. I'm seeing something. And this doesn't mean that you have met this person. That doesn't mean that you have met this person, that they're from your past, okay? But they could be like associated with your childhood. Maybe they went to the same damn kindergarten. Maybe they but you don't have to have known them. Because I'm seeing here something about you covered the past. You've covered up the past. The past got covered. You don't want to, go back into the past. You don't want to be dating somebody that you've dated before. I'm definitely seeing that. You don't want to date someone that you've dated before. You also don't want to try and harvest from the same place that you've harvested before. So this is absolutely from the past, whatever this is, but it's going to be a beautiful thing from the past, something that's ancient, something that's magical, something that's mysterious from the past that is useful in the now. It's useful in the now. When we find papyrus scrolls, when we find an old abandoned mine, depending on who comes across it, it is the most magnificent finding ever, okay? So that I think that this is what's happening here. I think that deep inside your body is not connecting to the past because it has been covered over with new regrowth and not wanting to dive into the past. But that this thing weirdly is going to maybe have something to do with the past that's going to excite you. It's not a bad thing. This isn't a bad thing. Okay, I think that's what the Tasmanian forest wanted to tell you.